Today, God proclaims, "My kingdom is awakened by motion." It is not acquired by observation or the study of religious rules or concepts. You have implored me to discern my will, dear one, although my will is not located in gnosis or knowledge. You will discern my desire, not through your knowledge, but through your actions. My kingdom is perceived not through language or religious conceptions. My kingdom is manifested as I envelop you in a moment of ecstasy and splendor, embracing you in the execution of my will. Individuals who truly understand me are those who courageously and fearlessly confront the depths of the adversary, assured that I am their illumination and triumph even before the first blood is shed in combat. As you transition from the realm of possibility to that of impossibility, I shall be present and reveal myself to you in manners inaccessible to onlookers. You are not destined solely for a contemplative existence. You are summoned to navigate through adversity and surmount obstacles, witnessing the extent of my manifestation in those instances. God encourages more inquiry. Affectionate others, for love constitutes my being, rather than only my actions. Love defines my identity, therefore, allow love to define yours as well. My love emanates from my being, it is effortless. When you endeavor to love someone, that is not love, thus, cease this behavior. Cease the pursuit of love and instead embody the essence of love, offering your utmost effort. Contributing your utmost for the paramount advantage of humanity. Not according to their conditions, but according to mine. I did not send my Son into the world to meet human aspirations. Consequently, they crucified him, and if possible, they would inflict evil upon you as well. Affectionately regard them anyway. Are you seeking an activity? Render kindness to those who have wronged you. Exhibit generosity towards those who have deprived you and stolen from you without gratitude or acknowledgement. I have observed, and I shall continue to observe, and your reward will be substantial, both in heaven and on earth, for I perceive the longing of your heart and will not withhold from you the desires you have expressed to me. God declares that your qualifications stem from me. Your education is insufficient for qualification. Your experience or maturity does not provide legitimacy to the task I have assigned to you. I have not selected the sagacious or the judicious. I have not selected the educated or those possessing academic qualifications. I select the silly, the ignoble, and that which does not exist. You are the ideal vessel, as the glory derives not from your achievements but from the anointing I have bestowed upon you and the receptiveness of your heart. Resolve to place your reliance in my essence inside you, rather than in any external factors, declares the Father. In your moments of weakness, I possess inner strength within you. When your insights prove inadequate, I will provide clarity and guidance. When all men abandon and scorn you, I will elevate you and enable your feet to secure a firm foundation in my faithfulness. God commands steadfastness. Resolve to remain steadfast in your pursuits, and you shall achieve achievement and find fulfillment in the labor of your spirit. God invites you to approach my table today. Approach the meal set before you with the abundance of Calvary. The sacrifice on the cross secured your access to life, and life in abundance. By engaging with my abundance, you align yourself with my overarching objectives. I dispatch my Son to the earth to rescue you from the depths of hardship and to invite you to partake in the fellowship of my table and the abundance prepared for your enjoyment. I have not merely provided you with items, I have bestowed upon you an abundance of all things to relish. Therefore, the Father advises you to dismiss the hollow remnants of worthless promises offered by the world. Ultimately, all entities in the world culminate in dust and ashes. In my realm, all matters culminate in my eternal glory. The angels are providing this to you today. You are experiencing the blessings of my spirit and the capabilities of the forthcoming era. You are imbibing from my spring and consuming my essence. This is the abundance with which I enrich you now. This is the objective for which I arrived. To pursue, rescue, and unite you with me in harmony, communion, and plenty. God advises us to prioritize what is essential today. Resist the distractions posed by external influences. Attend to my quiet, subtle voice. Acquire the skill to pose appropriate inquiries at opportune moments. Occasionally, you receive incorrect responses due to the formulation of inappropriate questions. I take pleasure in accompanying you into scenarios that will illuminate numerous inquiries regarding subsequent actions. Do not presume that the apparent solution to the problem at hand is what you should request from me. Focus on the outcome rather than the process in your prayers. Avoid placing your trust or directing your prayers towards your assumptions regarding the resolution of the issues currently troubling your life. Your expectations will rarely align with my actual plans. My thoughts differ from yours. My methods differ from yours. Remain receptive. Remain receptive to learning, even amidst pressure and external demands for action. The discontent of others does not necessitate your discontent. The urgency of a need does not necessarily dictate the appropriate timing for a response. When one asserts that the present moment necessitates action, cultivate silence and engage in dialogue with my spirit, who will reveal the underlying realities. Be prepared to seize a pedagogical opportunity, even amidst adversarial conditions. The adversary will perpetually exist. The demand will perpetually exist for various necessities. I am requesting that you sit at my feet and acquire knowledge of me. God proclaims today, "Let the deceased hear my voice." The dormant aspirations, entombed with your recollections of regret and remorse, are awakening anew. What humanity perceives as impossible, I am now reviving. Do not justify the dismissal of your blessing. The circumstances indicate a lack of hope. The situation compels you to surrender and acquiesce. Individuals in your vicinity, including cherished ones, are expressing skepticism and curiosity regarding your reluctance to capitulate and progress. Can you perceive the desiccated bones assembling in the valley of remorse? Allow the skeptics to mock your aspirations. Allow those who profess their affection for you to avert their gaze in embarrassment while I exhale my revitalizing breath upon your existence. I have bestowed upon you this day, not merely to exist, but to possess life within yourself as I possess life within myself. It is a new day. The day star is emerging within your heart. Each concealed aspiration, all disappointments buried in old memories of sadness will now be excavated to create space in your heart for new promises, hope, and anticipation. The dawn of joy and happiness is emerging. God proclaims that a transformation is imminent in your life. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family, and write Amen in comment. God declares today that there is no turning back. I transported you and extricated you. You are aware, deep down, that I have summoned you to be a come-outer. Not merely to be distinct, but to arrive at Bethel, where my altar anticipates the offering of your most profound adoration. You have experienced the emancipation of my spirit and the escape from the contaminations of religious idols. Once you have perceived the profundities of my message and my truths, there is no return. While that may be the current locus of crowds and the prevailing discourse of faith, I have summoned you to pursue more profound matters. There will be instances when you feel the lack of the camaraderie that others relish. However, in reality, you would never trade it for a single second of the glory of my Spirit manifested within you. Just as I walked with Adam and Eve in the day's coolness, I will walk with you and am currently walking with you. Locate me. I will be discovered by those who earnestly seek me, not out of trivial curiosity, but because they comprehend, as Peter did, Lord, to whom shall we go? For you possess the words of life. I am your daily sustenance and the refreshing water from the rock that others have neglected to appreciate and patiently await. God declares a distinction between the sacred and the secular that I am establishing in your life. It does not enhance your status, rather, it signifies that you have been extended an invitation to the gathering that others also received, although were preoccupied with other commitments of greater significance. I elevate you from the roads and paths today and invite you to a more profound relationship with me. Today, God declares that you will encounter Him in the hidden sanctuary. You may not consistently encounter me within the masses, yet you will invariably discover me within the temple. You are the temple that I have made you through my indwelling presence. Disappointment is inevitable when one relies on humanity. When you pray towards the temple, I may be present there. From that location, I will listen from above and restore your land. Always bear in mind that my voice is not found in the loudest or most popular expressions. Take pleasure in distancing oneself from the mainstream and the pursuits that attract public attention. My residence is not a carnival, and the movement of my spirit is not a mere entertainment for the inquisitive. I am present, awaiting, deep into the acoustics of your inner self. The wells of life are emerging towards eternal existence within you. Always recall my identity within you. Christ within you embodies the promise of glory. Any voice, instruction, or influence that diverts you from your true inner self is a distraction and misdirection. In moments of insecurity or inadequacy, affirm within yourself, Christ in me is the hope of glory. In moments of feeling orphaned and misunderstood, declare of your soul, Christ within me is my Father, and Christ in others is merely my brother. Affectionately regard your sibling. Support your brother, yet be attentive and willingly comply with your father, regardless of your brother's understanding or perception of the revelations bestowed upon you. This is the trajectory on which I am guiding, equipping, and establishing you, declares God. God instructs today to request sooner rather than later and observe the transformations in your life. God states, I am reducing the duration on your behalf. I I stated that the days would be abbreviated. As I adjust the sundial for the ancient ruler, I similarly revert time to your moment of revelation and your response. This is your moment. This is the season of breakthroughs, transformations, and liberation. This is a season of rescue for you, declares God. Allow your mouth to engage in prayer. Make your voice audible. The angels are approaching for a singular purpose. They seek your words. Provide them with a resource to utilize. Eliminate language characterized by negativity, sarcasm, or pessimism. These factors impede my favor. Angels will not approach a tainted altar, but they will draw near to the individual who offers the calves of their lips in righteousness, faith, and assured expectation of my promise. I am engaged in work. I am amenable. God states that you will witness the fruits of your labor as you harmonize your words with that which is pure, flawless, lovely, and commendable. Thus, my benevolence will be bestowed upon you abundantly. Today, God declares that you are advancing into what others are only anticipating. I have empowered you to not only exist in the Spirit but to proceed in the Spirit. As long as you are progressing by the Spirit, you are advancing. You are not lagging. You are not experiencing failure. You are not failing because you are not a failure. As I am inside you, there exists an all-sufficiency that enables you to overcome any impediment or barrier hindering the progress of your life. You will navigate the barriers of hardship. You will traverse the mountains of opposition as if they were a plain. You will effortlessly navigate each valley and emerge unscathed, aligned with your deepest aspirations and ultimate dreams realized. Sever all emotional connections to past grievances. They lack poignancy. They were never selected by my hand for your existence. Why would I endure suffering for you if I plan to utilize in you what the cross was meant to eliminate? Discard the vestments of victimhood. You are not a casualty. I remove from you the burial garments of sorrow and lamentation for previous events. God instructs, engage in your labor and refrain from looking back. Do not focus on the past, instead, direct your attention toward the future. I have devised significant and powerful provisions for those who would walk in my spirit and remain steadfast in claiming everything that the cross has secured for them, both in the hereafter and in the present circumstances, declares God. Before the video continues, I request you to comment Amen and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. God proclaims today that you are traversing a bleached harvest. Surrounding you are souls striving to enter the kingdom. They are impoverished, distracted, oblivious, incapacitated, and misguided. What others perceive as a dilemma and individuals to be shunned, I regard as an opportunity ripe for collection. You are my worker. I did not request you to assume a false identity. I desire for the essence of my inner self, as perceived by you, to be reflected in others. Exhibit willingness. Exhibit flexibility, transmit capability, and financial utility. Do not worry about the time or location. Simply adore the individuals. Be prepared to seize the moments I will provide throughout the day to testify to my presence and my grandeur in the space. Are you prepared to effect change? Inquires God. Subsequently, divert your attention from yourself. Divert your gaze from the individual. Do not anticipate my dispatch of a formidable evangelist equipped with a polished presentation. I did not request that you persuade individuals to adopt faith. What you persuade somebody to accept, another will dissuade them from. Simply embody the illumination I have designated you to represent. Envision yourself planting seeds in certain areas and harvesting in others. I am not compensating you for achievement, I am compensating you for compliance. Exhibit obedience to implant the essence of myself into the lives of people in your vicinity. I will assume responsibility for the subsequent events. Today, God declares that you are the bearer of my glory for your city. You have begged and yearned to witness my splendor illuminate your city like the dawn. I assert that it will not originate externally. Numerous individuals are proclaiming today, I am anointed. I am anointed. However, as I stated in my word, do not go out. The splendor you desire and the breakthrough you yearn for reside within you. Not alone for your own needs, but also the needs and emotional pleas of individuals in your vicinity. God proclaims that you are the remedy for defilement. You are the individual I have summoned and selected, thus, remain steadfast in your appointed task. External dependents are the deities of the contemporary era, asserts God. Idolatry consistently suggests that the locus of my splendor resides beyond the human heart. Engage actively and embody the divine transformation you seek. The Father declares, as I am, so are you. You are the solution. You are the beverage of life-giving water. You embody glory. You are wealthy. You are undergoing recovery. As I reside within you, your essence reflects mine. Thus, embrace your day and express your true self, for in doing so, you reveal my presence within your human spirit. Today, God proclaims that you are experiencing growth by His plenty. The Father asserts His focus on growth. There will be no limit to the expansion of my government. My objective is to enhance your life, and my blessing is to augment your life. I assign no value to loss, failure, hardship, or dishonor in your circumstances. From those sites of hardship, I shall approach you, extricating you from the depths of adversity and establishing your footing on solid ground, where you will take root and thrive. I am the deity of abundance, and you shall enjoy my abundance, both in the afterlife and in this existence. God proclaims that you shall witness all of my benevolence in the land of the living throughout this temporal existence. Rely on me for the enhancement of your life. Divert your attention from the enemy's actions and threats. The enemy's threats are negligible. They constitute the minute particles of equilibrium. The weight of my grandeur within you confers an advantage over all adversary forces. You are the successor to my dominion on earth. The land and its whole belong to me, so proceed with your day and claim my abundance. Persist in seeking affirmation. Seize my blessing and ensure that you become a blessing to others in the process. Recall that the actions you facilitate for others will be reciprocated to you. This delineates the operational framework of my kingdom's economy and the trajectory I will guide you down, which culminates in life and the realization of all my promises to you. God declares today that His incorruptible essence resides within you. The eternal, indestructible, and wholly irreducible essence is inside you due to the new birth. Man is incapable of accessing this aspect of you. Poverty cannot diminish it, nor can disease undermine it. This is your identity. This is the identity I have established for you. You are my progeny. You are the embodiment of my essence because you embraced the sacrifice made for you on the cross by the only begotten Son. Adhere to this hope, focusing solely on me. Having rescued you, I shall preserve you. I have not discarded you like a piece of driftwood to wander through life until your departure to the hereafter. I agree with you. I am retaining you. I am upholding and preserving you by the word of my power today and eternally. Rejoice, my sweetheart. You possess hope. You have internally said, "This is futile." Nevertheless, I assert that your future is not despondent. Matters that are immutable or unalterable hold no significance to me. I am committed and actively engaged in your life and circumstances. Will I make a promise and fail to fulfill it? Decide whether you will trust the testimony of my word or succumb to life's pressures. This is the assurance you possess in me today, since I did not withhold my only begotten Son to fulfill your greatest need. Will I neglect to satisfy any lesser need in your life? God proclaims, I am present. I am engaged in work. Place your confidence in me. Collaborate with my endeavors, and you will witness the manifestation of my influence in your life, even today.